The mainstream media reaction to Joe Biden giving his son Hunter a pardon have been absolutely hilarious. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the mainstream media's reactions to Joe Biden giving his son Hunter a pardon after he got convicted on tax charges and an illegal weapons charge when he lied on the background check, what the media will call a gun form. Now, speaking about the media being biased and wanting to protect Joe Hunter, Democratic Party, what are they going to say right now when for the past 6 months to a year, they said that Joe would never pardon his son? He won't do that. He believes in the rule of law. He's no Donald Trump. He's no orange man, no dictator. What are they going to say now when what they said was not going to happen, happened, and everybody and their mama knew it was going to happen? Now, first things first, let's get to this tweet right here. Well, this is like a compilation of headlines here, okay, from Politico, right? So first they said he won't pardon them. That's not going to happen. Then it happens. And then what did they say? Republicans pounce on Biden pardoning his son. Well, what do you want us to do? Because haven't y'all been calling Trump a liar? He lies through his teeth. All he does is lie, lie, lie. We got a clear lie right here. He won't pardon his son, but then he does it. But then you want to say, oh, well, it's something wrong with Republicans are pointing it out. If this was Trump and he did something like that, where you say, okay, I'm not going to pardon my son, and then he pardons him, you would just add that to another quote unquote lie that you'll say that Trump said. And in this case, you would have evidence unlike the other cases. Now, let's get to Jon Stewart here. You can already see his face. You kind of know where it's going. I'm going to link to this clip and all the other clips in the box. If you want to see him and hear him without my commentary, if you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Faith in the rule of law. Finally, Democrats have a moral perch from which they can judge without shame, hypocrisy, or nuance.
Breaking news, President Biden has issued a pardon for his son Hunter.
Audience laughing because they know that Democrats don't have the moral high ground anymore. They know it. Well, really, they never had it, but they can't claim that they have it when they keep doing things like this. At a certain point, it's like, all right, what's going on?
Hunter Biden.
Mother. We were so close. But you know what? Good. Get fine. It's good. It's right. It's his right. He's an 82-year-old man. Doesn't want to spend the rest of his life visiting his son in prison. Republicans get away with this shit all the time.
Okay, like, what did Republicans do that's comparable to this? Tell me the last Republican president that had a crack-smoking son who bought a pistol illegally, violating the Brady Act that his father put into law or helped champion back when he was in the Senate in 1993. Tell me the last president's son who smoked crack for a living. Tell me that. Tell me the last time a president was in office and they found cocaine in the actual White House, one of the most secure places on planet Earth. They say, I don't know how it got there. Tell me the last time that happened.
I'm sure the pardon is a narrowly written, precisely drawn farewell note of compassion for a loved one.
The pardon sweeping, covering offenses that Hunter Biden, quote, has committed or may have committed or taken part in over the past 11 years.
You getting kind of get out of jail free card. Hey, you know what? You may have done some things that we've not discovered yet, some things you've not been charged for, so we're going to go ahead and give you a pardon in advance. It must be nice. It must be nice. Yeah, there you go, John, exactly.
11 years is a very specific and not rounded amount of time.
Because 2014 is when everything started. That's when Burisma Holdings and the crack smoke Navy discharge, that's when all that happened. That was 2014. So we're going on to 2025 right now. So that'll give you enough space. That's kind of what's going on. All right, John, I'll leave the rest of that in the box. Let's keep on rocking and rolling here. This right here is my favorite video of all. Maybe you're going to see some more, but this right here was hilarious. Now, this guy You got to watch it. Check it out.
In July of 2023, just after that plea deal fell through, this is what you said. I want to watch.
Do you think a pardon for his son would be a mistake?
Yes, and I don't think there's any chance that President Biden is going to do that, unlike his predecessor, who pardoned all of his friends and anyone who had any access to him. And I think you see that in this case, where he kept on, and Merrick Garland kept on, a Trump...
Now listen, all presidents pardon. All presidents do that. They have that power. That's not anything new. The issue in this case is that when they asked Joe, hey, are you going to pardon your son? He says, no, I'm not going to do it. I believe in the rule of law. The courts, they did what they did. I'm not going to pardon him. Meanwhile, the whole time he was going to do it from the beginning. He was not going to let his boy go to the penitentiary.
Appointed U.S. attorney to investigate the president's son. If there is not an indication of the independence of the Department of Justice beyond that, I don't know what we could look for.
What does that feel like, watching yourself back then, reassuring people that Biden was not going to issue a pardon for his son?
Great question. What's the answer, sir?
Yeah, and I think that if that plea agreement and that plea deal had gone through, there would be no pardon. That was a satisfactory outcome.
It already fallen
that
through.
Only was. Sorry?
Huh? What was that? I didn't quite hear you. You were breaking up. I didn't quite hear you. I don't know if I caught that last part. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
When you reacted, this was when the deal had fallen through. And I hear what you're saying.
Exactly. So he's saying, well, look, if the plea deal went through, then ain't no need for the pardon, because the plea deal that was on the table originally, it would have given him a slap on the wrist at best. It'd have been no jail time. It was basically get out of jail free, go back to the house, and everything is fine. So yeah, if he didn't go to the penitentiary, then there'd be no need for the pardon. But the problem is the clip you just saw was him reacting to the plea deal falling through. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, come on. What are we talking about? Let's keep on rocking. CNN.
But wasn't, to Scott's point, I mean, wasn't it a lie? I mean, you can defend it, but wasn't it a lie that he was not going to pardon him?
No, I believe the circumstances have changed.
What?
Think that we now have a president coming into office who's talking about firing squads, who's talking about running people around the country and making sure that everyone who's his enemy is going to be punished.
Firing squads? What are you talking about? Like, these people completely unhinged.
And Hunter Biden lied about his drug use on a government forum when he was buying a gun. And he failed to file and pay taxes when he was a drug addict. He paid back those taxes with interest.
It don't matter. So wait, listen, it doesn't matter. Okay. First of all, there they go with that forum thing. You see, I want you guys to pay attention to the language they use. What he did was lie on the background check. That's what it was. They want to say, oh, it was a forum. Now, I can guarantee you if it was Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, anybody like that from Trump's family who lied on the background check, they wouldn't call it a forum. They would say it's a background check, because they keep championing all the time, background check, background check, background check, background check for weapons. But now when somebody lies on the background check and gets convicted of it, they say, oh, it was just a forum. And it don't matter if you pay the taxes back, because we've seen a lot of entertainers like Fat Joe get locked up and go to prison, spend time in prison after they paid the taxes back. That doesn't matter. Tax evasion is tax evasion regardless, but I'm getting triggered.
Donald Trump himself was indicted for 17 counts of criminal tax fraud, more than Hunter, and he's going to be the president of the United States.
Indicted, but did he get convicted? I mean, what's going on?
11 years.
So
you're missing a few things here. 11 years, full and unconditional pardon.
But what?
Yeah, that's a mess. That is a total mess. All right. Now let's go here. Joe Walsh, not a Trump supporter at all. Let's see what he's got to say about this. I've not even watched this, but I've seen a little bit of it, but I've not watched it in full. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Joining us now to talk about some of the rhetoric on Capitol Hill with regard to Hunter Biden is former Illinois Congressman Joe Walsh. Welcome, Congressman Walsh.
What is this? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
What do you make of all of this? What is likely to be the response on Capitol Hill to this breaking news?
Good to be with you. See, I told you so. They're all like that. So the next time any of us complain about anything Trump does, this pardon is just deflating.
Hey man, that's your team, that's your guys, that's your people.
For those of us who have been out there for a few years now yelling about what a unique threat Donald Trump is, for Joe Biden to do something like this, Trump, nobody's above the law, we've been screaming. Well, Joe Biden just made clear his son Hunter is above the law. Donald Trump lies every time he opens his mouth.
Now, give me an example of a lie, though. Y'all keep saying Trump lies, 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 lies. Give me an example. Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, I got an example. I'm not going to pardon my son, but I'm going to pardon my son right now. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing.
We've been screaming. Joe Biden repeatedly lied about this.
Oh, look at that. Look at you being so open and honest.
The politicization of the justice system. Donald Trump and his people have been screaming. Well, that's exactly what Biden said here.
Joe, is this a politics of purity? I mean, we had Donald Trump pardon Sheriff Joe Arpaio during his term, and there wasn't a lot of hue and cry about that.
Listen, I mean, obviously the point is that Biden lied about it and then tried to gaslight us, talking about we're doing all these things we shouldn't be doing. You guys doing this exact same thing that you say that we're doing.
This is a father who saw his first wife killed, his daughter killed in a car crash, his two young sons survive. One goes on to have real difficulties with addiction. Another dies because of cancer. This is a family that's really troubled. I mean, yes, he said he wasn't going to do this, but did anyone ever believe that that was the case? I mean, I would have put good money on this happening.
So you knew he was a liar. So you knew he was a liar and you didn't call him out on it. But if you think that Trump is a liar without much evidence, you call him out on that. That points to your hypocrisy. That points to your bias.
Are many people going to be surprised that a father who is also the president would do this for his son?
I don't know that people will be surprised because you're right. Joe Biden repeatedly said he wouldn't do this. So he repeatedly lied. But this just furthers the cynicism that people have about politics. And that cynicism strengthens Trump because Trump can just say, I'm not a unique threat. Everybody does this. Mm-hmm. If I do something for my kid, my son-in-law, whatever, look, Joe Biden does the same thing. I get it, but this was a selfish move by Biden, which politically only strengthens Trump.
Hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. I love it. I think it's a fantastic thing. Whatever you can do to strengthen us, to strengthen the Republican side, the conservative side, the common sense side, I'm all for it. So y'all keep on lying, keep on gaslighting, keep on doing what you're doing, attacking people, baseless claims, talking about firing squads. Hey, keep on doing it. Go ahead. You're ruining your party. You think you're doing the right thing by defending these guys as I close. You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're really doing is ruining your party. And I'm 100% for it. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about the whole situation? How you feel about the mainstream media reaction? Is it predictable, not predictable? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think the mainstream media reaction is fantastic because all it does is empower us. To see them scrambling and starting talking about, I didn't quite hear that. My earpiece went out. All that does is help us because they look ridiculous. They look phony as they are. And people are going to say, you know what? I don't like that anymore. I don't like that. I'm going to go to the other side and see what they got going on. So again, it helps us. So y'all keep on rocking and rolling. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.